Let's get going with our first guest is Vic Tria. Always nice to have him. His formal title is First Vice President. He's head of the entire domestic business of PLDT, including that key segment SME that we're talking about today. So always nice to have Vic with us. A heck of a nice guy and usually a good speaker. So I'm sure today he will be too. Nice to have Vic Tria of PLDT Enterprise.
Hello, Richard. A pleasant good morning to everyone. Always an honor and a privilege to be invited in your forum, Richard, which is very timely and I'd say aptly themed. So once again, thank you for inviting PLDT Enterprise. We are excited to hear the stories and testimonies of our esteemed business leaders in the SME sector, and I can't wait to be encouraged by the insights they'll offer. We're so glad to see our economy slowly rebounding from the pandemic, which we all know has delivered unexpected changes and challenges, as many Filipinos were forced to become part of the e-commerce and digital banking ecosystem, whether that had been a goal or not in the past. The future, or the foreseeable future, is now obviously digital, Richard, and we're seeing a wave of digital transformation happening down to the grassroots in SME sector. I gathered from a data shared by the Department of Trade and Industry that the Philippine internet economy reached $17 billion in 2021 from $9 billion in 2020, which is a notable 93% growth driven by government initiatives and mass digital adoption on the onset of the pandemic. And 3 years down the road, the forecast is that the overall internet economy in our country will likely reach $40 billion in value, growing at 24%. Consumers in the country will transact and bank digitally. They will transact more for convenience. If I can open a bank account in 5 minutes or less, and if I can do smooth financial transactions or buy items online at the touch of my fingertips, wherever I am, then I'll be a loyal digital customer. With e-commerce, we are experiencing now more personalized, intelligent, and customer-centric services. Even the usage of PayMaya, the PLDT Group's fintech company, surged during the pandemic, reaching over 41 million registered users across its consumer platforms. As a matter of fact, the number of fintech companies in the country has increased from a single-digit number 2 years ago to now close to 300 players, with the majority aiming to reach the unbanked and the MSME sector. There's a wave of digital adoption at grassroots level, and PLDT Enterprise is helping accelerate that. We work very closely with all sectors in the e-commerce ecosystem: banking, technology companies, e-retailers, national and local government units, logistics companies, and of course, the MSMEs. We've seen an increased emphasis on digital even among rural and cooperative banks, especially with increasing fintech players in the country. We have witnessed the exponential increase in digital consumers, and as a result, there are more digital merchants. There are more digital MSMEs in the country today. And to support this expanding digital ecosystem, PLDT and our mobile unit Smart continue with our network build-out to support the capacity of the consumers, banks, and businesses, big and small, to transact digitally. We support the government's e-commerce roadmap vision led by the Department of Trade and Industry. We have to have pervasive digital infrastructure with the right speed and, above all, secure e-commerce facility. PLDT has allocated significant capital expenditure, and network upgrades continue to represent the bulk of our spending, as the group ensures consistent delivery of superior customer experience. Our extensive fiber infra is now totaled to about 740,000 kilometers. This will allow potential delivery of fiber connectivity to close to 14 million homes, or more than half of the total Filipino households. And this infra complements Smart's 5G network expansion, while our LTE network covers 96% of the population from north to south, from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi. We are with the government in helping accelerate to the regional competitiveness of the country. The average download speed today in the country is at 50 Mbps versus global average of 59.8 Mbps. The cost per Mbps with continuous speed improvements has gone down significantly to now 25 pesos per Mbps from 60 pesos per Mbps 5 years ago. And all of this to equip digital consumers and the increasing digital merchants. And hopefully this will encourage more and more micro, small, and medium enterprises to pivot to digital. We're actively going around helping MSMEs upskill and reskill in the area of technology. We're bringing the internet closer to communities. We've been partnering with local government units in providing fiber infra down to barangay level. And we will continue to invest in data center facilities and cybersecurity and aggressively expand our international subsea fiber cables to ensure a global and standard digital environment in our country. Just want to assure everyone that the PLDT Group is committed to provide the infrastructure and relevant technologies down to the grassroots, the micro, small, and medium enterprises, and contribute to the country's e-commerce roadmap. Once again, Richard, thank you. Looking forward to today's discussion.
Very good. Thanks, Vic. Now, Vic, I'm not sure you know, but your PLDT group was key in pushing us online in the early in the pandemic. And it may have saved us since most event companies seem to have disappeared. Now, there's a lot of that PLDT people are doing for their customers that people don't realize. What do you suggest people do to better connect with their PLDT representatives and make them true partners to their business, rather than sometimes people think they're, adversaries to their business? What would be the process you suggest, Vic?
Richard, whatever the size of your business,
Okay.
we have dedicated relationship managers and channel partners across the country who can handle your requirements. It is our mission to better understand each business needs and come up with recommendations on technology and how to improve operating efficiency and go further with you in making your business relevant and competitive in the market. I would suggest to our viewers to reach out to our relationship managers so we can have a dialogue on how we can assist in your digital transformation.
Okay. And Vic, can you give us an example or two, whatever, of SME companies you've helped so people can understand how the process might work and what things you can do?
In the area of agri-technology, this is what I want to highlight. We are privileged to be a partner of Lionheart Farms of Rizal, Palawan.
Oh, are you?
They are maximizing available technologies, fiber and wireless, even in remote farm locations to support and improve internal operations. Also, exploring Internet of Things as a future use case for their farm operations. A lot of interesting stuff that can be powered by latest technologies. We've also been actively providing support to LGUs in their various ICT projects. A recent engagement is with Quezon City University. We were able to deliver solutions for its e-learning needs through smart data load. During the height of the pandemic, we supported several public and private academic institutions in their shift to e-learning. Too many to mention, but it was very fulfilling to be able to help in the delivery of much needed learning content to several students. We actually deployed a host of solutions for the MSME segment, cloud-based solutions and e-commerce platforms that up to today are still being used.
Interesting. Yeah, Lionheart, we'll have them on a little bit later. And I know when they started, there was nothing there, no roads, certainly no telecom connection. So, okay, I didn't know that you were instrumental with that. Okay, Vic. Well, thank you very much, Vic. Glad to hear you keep on moving up in the organization, it seems. And keep the great work. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Richard.